Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier. The DRF bets race of the day for Wednesday, December the 20th is race number 7 at Gulfstream Park. Let's take a look at this field. We're going a mile on the turf. It is an optional claiming race for fillies and mares. And of course, our race of the day is sponsored by DRF Bets. When you go to drf.com/join, J-O-I-N, and use the promo code FREEBET09, you'll have access to a $200 free bet, $50 free immediately when you join. Wager $50 in the first 7 days, get $50. Same for the second 7 days, same for the third 7 days. Wager 50, get 50. That is the new DRF Bets deal. drf.com/join, promo code FREEBET09. Remember, you can also download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Download them and handicap along with us as we take this field in post-position order. And Matt, we begin with the 1, Irish Defense, a half to Irish War Cry, who is trying a second career perhaps as a turf router.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you get from this horse off this little bit of a layoff from motion. You brought up the half to Irish War Cry. I'm more interested in being a half to Irish Straight, who was 4 for 17 on turf, a grade 3 winner, going long on the turf up at Monmouth. That most recent run, I know it was non-winners of 2, and it just based on the price tag, $25,000, maybe people get caught up by that. That depends on the jurisdiction. That number doesn't have really anything to do with it, in my opinion. That race was pretty solid. The winner came back next out with an 87, third place next out winner with an 82, fourth with an 81. If you believe the figs, this horse could probably stack up. The question is about the distance. I'd like to think longer's better.
She did win second time out on the dirt going a mile and 70, so I'm not too worried about the dirt. She won her turf debut 2 starts back. I'm not worried about the turf. You're absolutely right. That last race was salty. This is not a step up in class. I would consider it a lateral move. I am a little bit concerned about the pace. Let's cue the Timeform US pace projector, because our friends at Timeform US, you see that red bar, they believe this pace will be fast, and they have Irish Defense taking a little heat early.
You know, in a perfect world, if that's how it plays out, I think the 5, we'll get to the 5 in a little bit, Conquest Hard Candy, I think they're going to go. In a perfect world, I'd like Trevor McCarthy to let them go and try to get out and sit, because again, 2 back, she won from a little bit off the pace. You brought up the 2-turn win when she won 2 starts in her second career start that was on the dirt. I'd like them to take her off the pace. If she gets into a duel, I think she's in trouble.
8-1 on the morning line on the 1, Irish Defense. The 2 is not a Prada price. 5-1 on the line. Nick Juarez takes them out. This was returning off of a 3-month layoff, but she was not embarrassed in her most recent start over a wet turf course in a stakes race at Parks. The last time she stepped foot on a firm turf course, she won.
Yeah, maybe that's the positive. You go 3 starts back at Monmouth, firm ground, she got a win. I just kind of look at it and say the 2 most recent starts wasn't blown away by those fields and narrow as a whole. I think this is, maybe on paper, it looks like it's class relief going from a stakes race to non-winners of 2. I think this is a pretty lateral move as well.
We do know she likes the turf course. She won twice here, last championship meet. This is a horse that should work out a good trip, perhaps saving ground in behind the speed, but I agree with you. Those Beyer speed figures for her most recent start, she's going to have to improve. The 3 is Kyla Instinct, and Roger Atfield's horses have been running very, very well thus far down at Gulfstream. Most recently, 3rd in a 62.5 optional claimer. I think that distance is a little far for her.
Yeah, now you get back to this flat mile. It'll be interesting. Again, 1 mile distance on the turf, short run into that first turn. Post position 3, I think that should work out fine. I don't think she has the speed to be as forward as she has been in those longer races. I would imagine she'll be mid-pack.
The horse she finished ahead of in her most recent start, the 4th place finisher from November 17th, came back to Beyer 78, a slight improvement. The 4 is Eva London. This horse is trying the turf for the first time. I just don't see enough pedigree.
No, on the dam side, in the immediate family anyway, I don't see hardly any turf. And then as far as Adios Charlie is concerned, 2 for 38, first time turf. For me, this is a hard pass.
Dam 0 for 1 on the turf. She's foaled 4 turf runners. None of them have won. She is a half to a 3-time stakes place turf runner. This barn does good work, but I just need to see a lot more turf pedigree before I get excited. The 5 is Conquest Hard Candy, and this horse went gate to wire at Gulfstream on April Fool's Day to win the Sanibel Island Stakes. That was a very live race. Now, she did take advantage of slow splits up front, but I thought she looked good. She was favored over Adorable Miss, a pretty nice 3-year-old filly in her subsequent start. That horse came back to run 3rd in the Penn Oaks, 87 Beyer, won the Martha Washington at Gulfstream, 84, then 3rd in another stakes race with an 87 Beyer. Something must have happened to her, though, in that race. She just didn't look good. She was basically eased. She showed up at Belmont. She was terrible there. Now she's got to come off a long layoff.
She's dangerous if she's ready to go, though, and if the 1 Irish Defense kind of lets them go.
They got to send her, right?
I think the 5 goes. You go hard from the gate. Hopefully you can clear off If they allow her to get out there and have some sort of a rated, measured pace, she's dangerous on the front end.
But I agree that she'll make the lead, and I think the one Irish Defense will rate, get to the outside, and try to get first run. And if this horse is short off the layoff, it might help Irish Defense.
Certainly.
Curlin's Image has done some good things since switching to turf. Most recently, kind of a soft trip against weaker non-winners or one other than. But trainer David Casson does very good work with these kind of horses. Let's cue the formulator fact. Over the past 3 years, with last out winners in turf routes, 29%, big number for the ROI, 616. This horse will be a big price, but she's kind of a forward horse, and I don't think she has the speed to run with the 1 or the 5.
Yeah, the 2 victories thus far in her 11-race career, they both came out right on the lead, and I know that most recent run, really at sort of one of those pace calls, she actually had given up the lead by about a length and came back to win, but slow fractions, all things considered. With the 1, with the 5, with some other horses that are just better as far as quality is concerned, she's going from non-winners of 1 to non-winners of 2. I don't think it works.
7 is Graceful Heart. The 7 and 8 are both trained by Marty Wolfson. We'll begin with Graceful Heart. I think she took advantage of a complete pace meltdown last time out at Gulfstream West. There was a hot and heavy duel up front. She was far, far back. She came with a 4-wide run. She was just able to win by a neck. And while she's lightly raced with upside and could get a fast pace one more time, I kind of need to see it again.
Yeah, I agree. Overall, that race hasn't come back very good. And you look at her 2 victories thus far in her career, both of them featured hot paces. If you look at the Timeform U.S. color coding situation, I know that 79 is the highest last out buyer, the 106 highest last out Timeform U.S. rating. To me, she's underneath only.
Let's take a look at our top picks for Wednesday's DRF Bets race of the day. I'm going to go with the other Wolfson runner, the 8, My Girl Corey. I wonder if Wolfson and Miller Racing, the new owner, has got a little bit of a deal. This filly stakes place, they bought her for $60,000 out of the Keeneland November sale. And last time out, they tried to put her on the lead, and she won the duel and lost the war. The horse that pressured her finished far, far back. She was still kicking on the front with 3/16 of a mile to go, and then she understandably tired. She is capable from off the pace. I think her new rider, Javier, is going to take her back. She should get a fast pace. Wolfson Castellano over the past 5 years, according to Formulator, win at a 30% clip. My Girl Corey, 3-1 on the morning line. I'll take 3.
Yeah, her tactical ability. Don't let that last run be sort of deceiving, because she can come from well out of it. She can come from pressing the pace. I think there's a lot of things to like about her. I think she's the horse to beat in this spot. The company that she's been facing is better than anything else these other girls have faced. And again, you get Javier up. He knows better than anybody what to do, where to place him. I think in many ways she's the horse to beat. I picked her second.
8-7-5-1 for me. You're going with the 1 Irish Defense just to get a nice tactical trip under Trevor McCarthy. And again, this family is so versatile, as you mentioned. Good on dirt, good on turf, good any distance.
Yeah, and really the distance, that's the thing I wonder. You know, we see so often so many of these horses that, you know what, they run well enough against weaker going shorter, but they're bred to go longer. When things heat up going shorter, they just don't translate. I wonder if you get out to this mile distance, maybe it helps.
1-8-3-7 for Matt in the 7th race at Gulfstream on Wednesday. Again, folks, head on over to drf.com/join. When you use the promo code FREEBET09, you can access that $200 free bet from DRF Bets. An approximate post time for race 7 at Gulfstream on Wednesday is 3:35 Eastern. Good luck.